right, let's kick off this deep dive. Today we're heading over to planet Arkadia.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, we've been digging into forum posts from the past year.
Okay.
Getting right into the minds of the Arkadia players.
Oh,
It's like, we're anthropologists, but for virtual worlds.
I like that.
So what's the
Yeah.
chatter like? What are they talking about? What do they want?
Yeah, it's like we're getting a live feed straight from the players. What's hot, what's not.
Right. And one thing that's definitely generating some heat
Oh, yeah.
is this whole Gold Rush event.
Oh, the gold rush, right. Always a big one in Arkadia.
Always. And this year, well, there's a lot of talk about how fair it is.
I see.
Specifically, they're going back and forth about using HP.
Hit points.
Yeah, hit points.
Yeah.
As the main way to decide the categories.
So the whole, who goes in which bracket for the competition.
Thanks,
and
Jeff.
they're not happy with it.
Some aren't. They're saying, hey, maybe DPS would be a better way to go.
Damage per second instead of HP. Interesting.
Right, because think about it, someone could have tons of HP just from mining all day.
Okay, yeah. You could be super tough, but not necessarily a great hunter.
Exactly. And then you get thrown into a category with seasoned hunters who have the gear, the skills.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a fair fight.
Exactly. And actually, one player, Granny Rowan, she brought up a really good point about this. She got bumped up a category.
Just because of her HP.
Yeah, even though it was mostly from non-combat stuff.
Yeah.
So she's up against these powerhouses. And she's like, wait a minute.
Oh, man, I bet that's frustrating. Like, you work so hard to build your character, and then...
It feels like the system is working against you.
Right, you're punished for doing well in a different part of the game.
It really highlights how important those choices are.
Yeah.
What metrics they use for these events.
Yeah, gotta make sure it rewards skill, strategy.
Not just like who has the biggest wallet.
Absolutely. A sense of fairness, that's what they're after.
Yeah, and this ties into another big topic popping up in the forums.
Let me guess. Alt accounts. Yeah, that's always a tricky one.
Right, people using secondary accounts. And there's this whole debate.
Does it give them an unfair advantage? Especially during events.
Right, it's almost like they're competing against a character that's been boosted with extra resources.
Yeah, I can see why people would feel like that's not a level playing field.
Especially when real money is involved, right?
It's tough. On one hand, people invest their own money into the game,
Of course.
so they want to use everything they can to succeed. But on the other hand, if it makes the game unfair for most players...
Resentment starts to build.
Exactly, and you start seeing it in those forum posts.
Yeah, the passion is definitely there.
They want Arkadia to be great.
They really do. They want it to be fair, rewarding, and fun for everyone.
That's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely.
It's interesting.
Not
It's like all this stuff about fairness.
Yeah.
It almost feels like a symptom of something bigger,
Okay, I'm curious, like what?
Like they're craving something more. More engagement. A sense of purpose, even. Like, where's Arkadia heading?
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing that too. It's not just about the gold rush.
Right.
It's like they're saying, we love this world, BUT.
But it needs more. It needs to evolve, EO.
Exactly. And that's where the suggestions get really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking everything from tweaking the little things, taxes, mob spawns,
Okay.
to like whole new missions, new uses for resources, like Arkadia.
Oh, Arkadia. Interesting.
Right, one player, Raw66, they had this cool idea. What if?
Yeah.
What if Arkadia was the basis for a whole crafting system?
Whoa, that's ambitious.
Right. Imagine players crafting unique weapons, vehicles.
Even buildings.
Yeah.
That's thinking big.
It is. And it's not just about new stuff. Sometimes it's about access.
Oh, right.
Like King of Aces, they were talking about the hover pod mission.
Okay.
It has that level 10 profession limit.
Oh, right.
And they're like, why not just open it up to everyone?
More people get to enjoy it.
Exactly. It's about being inclusive,
Yeah, making sure everyone feels welcome, new players, veterans, whatever their play style.
Yeah. Speaking of play styles, Dark brought up something about mission variety.
Uh-huh.
They noticed there are way fewer in-matter missions compared to ore or treasure ones.
Interesting.
Right. So they're thinking more in-matter missions would mean more diverse gameplay.
Makes sense, especially for players who are just starting out.
Yeah. They need options.
It's like you need a good mix of ingredients to make a delicious dish.
Exactly. And Kenpachi chimed in with something for the high-level players, the generals.
Oh, what did they say?
They're looking for more perks, more challenging missions. You know, like, you reach general, you should get to face the toughest creatures Arkadia has to offer.
Makes sense. Keep those endgame players engaged.
And then there are those little quality of life things.
Oh yeah, those are important too.
Vadio had a suggestion about inventory management.
Okay.
Moving treasure from the materials tab to the mine tab. Sounds small, but it would make things so much smoother for a lot of players.
It's all about those little tweaks that make the game more enjoyable.
Exactly. And then we get into the economy talk.
Oh, always a hot topic.
Kenpachi started a discussion about the 5% tax in some areas, suggesting maybe 2.5% would be better, more sustainable.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta keep the economy balanced.
Right. And the players get that. They're not just complaining, they're thinking about solutions.
You're invested.
They are. Honey Stinger brought up the mob spawns for Gallards.
Gallards, those are popular, right?
Yeah, but the spawns have been down lately.
Oh no.
So they're suggesting a boost to the spawn rate.
Keep the hunters happy.
King of Aces took it even further, pitched a no-tax wave spawn event
Wow.
with mature Gallards 80 Carabox.
Now that's an event.
Right. Get everyone together for some epic mob slaying action.
That's a great idea.
And it's not always about new stuff. Sometimes it's about revitalizing what's already there.
Like what?
Kenpachi had this interesting thought, a land sale.
A land sale.
Yeah, trade in art coins for land plots.
Could be cool, but you'd need a good supply of art coins for that.
And that's where the second part of their suggestion comes in.
Let me guess. Increase the art coin drop rate.
Bingo. Especially in the underground instances.
Make these areas more attractive, more rewarding.
Exactly. Creates a loop, right?
Yep.
Explore, earn art coins, invest back into the planet.
Smart.
And for the players who want the ultimate bragging rights,
Oh yeah.
Kenpachi also threw in a request for a perfected viceroy.
A perfected viceroy. Now that would be something.
Right, a top-tier spaceship upgrade.
Talk about status symbol.
And finally, we have Cage Max. They pitched this awesome idea. A new Oratan payback mission.
Oh, cool.
Maybe even with a chance to get a unique, untradeable warp ship at the end.
That's awesome. A little nod to Arcadia's history.
Exactly. Blending the old with the new.
Players love that stuff.
They do. So, I mean, we've covered a lot here.
We have.
From frustrations to some incredibly creative ideas.
It's amazing.
I mean, it's been quite the journey, right?
Yeah.
Through these forum posts,
It really has.
we've seen the good, the bad.
The passionate, the frustrated.
But honestly, what shines through is just how much these players care about Arkadia.
They're so invested. And that's what's so amazing, right?
It's not just complaining, it's like...
It's constructive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're offering solutions, pushing the boundaries.
They're not just along for the ride. They want to shape the future of this world.
It's like they're saying, hey, this is our home too.
And we want to make it awesome.
And that feeling, that sense of ownership, it's powerful.
It really is. Makes you realize online worlds, they're more than just games.
Right? It's a community, it's shared experiences, it's a whole ecosystem.
Exactly. And these players, they're the experts. They know what works, what doesn't.
So it makes you wonder, if you were running Arkadia,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
how would you even begin to tackle all this feedback?
Oh, it'd be a challenge for sure. But exciting too. You know,
Right, like where do you even start?
listening. That's got to be step one, right? Really taking in what the players are saying.
Yeah, communication seems to be a big theme here.
Absolutely. Feeling heard, being part of the conversation, transparency.
So important for building trust.
Totally. And then it's about taking all that feedback, analyzing it, seeing what makes sense.
Yeah, got to balance the needs of the players with the, the overall health of the game.
It's an art, for sure.
It is. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing you want listeners to walk away with?
That's a good question. I guess I'd say remember the power of community.
Yeah.
Arkadia, it's what it is because of the players, their ideas, their energy, their passion.
So true. So to all the Arcadians out there,
Keep those ideas coming.
your voice matters. Share your thoughts, your hopes, even your frustrations.
Because ultimately, you guys are the ones who shape the future of Arkadia.
And that's what makes online worlds so special. Always changing, always evolving.
Full of possibilities.
Absolutely. Well, that's a wrap on this episode of The Deep Dive.
Thanks for having me.
It was great having you. Until next time, happy hunting, everyone.